This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Good morning, it's Monday, April 28th, 2025. Mental health is real. Seek help and the stigma. On the news this morning, NLC Council centralized May Day celebrations in Rivers, Edo State. Presidency says defectors to APC are joining voluntarily, not under duress. Petrol explosion kills 5 people in Onelga, River State. On the foreign scene, suspect charged after car ramming leaves 11 dead in Vancouver. Details of these and more after this break. I'm Ife Chukwumoyeli with the news. The Nigeria Labour Congress has announced the cancellation of centralized May Day celebrations in Rivers and Edo State, citing the imposition of emergency rule in Rivers and alleged political interference in the affairs of its Edo State Council. The national leadership of the NLC directed all affiliated industrial unions in Rivers and Edo State to limit the May 1st Workers' Day celebration to the state NLC Secretariat. In a letter dated 22nd April, signed by the Deputy General Secretary Ismail Bello, the NLC leadership said, given the peculiar circumstance of the subversion of democratic governance in River State, the celebration should not involve fanfare, but rather a sober reflection. The NLC noted that while May Day traditionally celebrates workers' contributions, the River State situation requires a special focus on rebuilding civic leadership and safeguarding workers' rights within a truly democratic environment. The Congress reaffirmed its commitment to democratic principles and urged all members to use the May Day occasion to renew calls for placing the people at the center of leadership in River State. This year's theme is reclaiming the civic space in the midst of economic hardship. Now, over the weekend, the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, laid out conditions for any genuine reconciliation with the suspended River State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara. Speaking during an event in Port Harcourt, Wike reiterated his commitment to a peaceful resolution of the political fallout with Governor Fubara, but said he is only interested in genuine peace that includes all stakeholders.
Some people have tried to approach me as a man of peace. I received them. But seeing me alone does not bring peace. There are critical stakeholders that must be involved in this process of peacemaking. Nobody will be excluded. If any one group is excluded, there is no total peace. Members of the State Assembly must be involved. Members of National Assembly must be involved. The 2 major political parties must be involved. Other leaders must be involved. In that way, we now know that yes, we are sincere in talking about peace.
Wike criticized the silence of supposed elder statesmen and accused them of complicity in the crisis.
1 month and 7 days after Mr. President, in his wisdom, declared a state of emergency to save Rivers State from anarchy, I challenge any Rivers so-called elder, even the traditional rulers, what attempt have they made by saying that there is total reconciliation in the state.
The FCT minister also reacted to the continuous protest by some women in the state. Moving on now, members of the River State Caucus in the National Assembly have declared their support for the re-election of President Bola Tinubu in 2027. They also called on those aspiring to contest for the position of the president in the next general election to shelve their ambitions, stating that Tinubu's renewed hope agenda remains the surest path to Nigeria's prosperity and progress. Speaking on behalf of the caucus at a media briefing in Port Harcourt, the senator representing River South East, Senator Barry Mpigi, said they have carefully reviewed the president's economic policies, which are targeted at repositioning our once moribund economy.
As members of the National Assembly from Rivers State, we declare unequivocally our unconditional resolve to work again for the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027. As legislators who are closest to our people, we shall begin the mother of all mobilizations of our people to repeat in a greater measure what we did in 2023 in order to re-elect President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFRO, come 2027. We call on all Nigerians to support the consolidation of Renewed Hope agenda as the surest panacea for the prosperity and progress of Nigeria.
Senator Mpigi, on behalf of the caucus, also expressed gratitude to President Bola Tinubu for appointing Nyesom Wike to serve as the FCT minister.
We, the members of the National Assembly from Rivers State, comprising senators and members of the House of Representatives, extend our heartfelt gratitude to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFRO, for his trust and confidence in our leader, His Excellency Nyesom Wike, CON, GSSRS, following his appointment as Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in the Federal Capital Territory. We are gladdened by the President's public acknowledgement and commendation of the exceptional performance of the Minister of the FCT, whom he described as the Master of Infrastructure.
Now, Senator Mpigi also thanked President Tinubu for his swift intervention in the political crisis in Rivers State. He said the president's action has set the process of peace in motion. Correspondent Mekwaltoka reports that the other Rivers caucus members including Senator Orwell Onyeso, Dumnamene Deko, Solomon Bob, Felix Nweke, Kelechi Nwogo, Cyril Hart, Victor Obuzo, and Blessing Amadi. In another development, the immediate past chairman of Obiakpo local government area, Chijioke Ihunwa, has filed a defamation suit against former head of service, Dr. George Nweke, at the Port Harcourt High Court. This legal move stems from allegations made by Dr. Nweke on Channels Television on the 28th of March that Ihunwa was present in River State Government House with others when decisions were made to burn down the River State House of Assembly complex. In the suit dated 11th April, Ihunwa demanded an injunction restraining the former head of service from further broadcasting, publishing any other similar libel against him. He is also asking Dr. George Nweke to issue an apology in 2 national dailies and television. He asked for 2 billion naira as damages and 10 million naira as cost of prosecuting the suit. And now the presidency says the recent defections of opposition politicians to the APC were voluntary and not under any form of duress, as has been speculated in some quarters. A statement by the special advisor to President Bola Tinubu on information and strategy, Bayo Onanoga, denied accusations of a one-party state, insisting that democracy is not under threat or undermined simply because politicians exercise their right of association. He said Nigerians migrating to the APC and expressing support for President Tinubu out of their free will, based on the belief that the reforms being executed are in the interest of Nigerians and the unborn generation. In the meantime, former spokesperson for the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council in the 2023 elections, Kenneth Okonkwo, says opposition parties must form a coalition to defeat President Bola Tinubu in 2027. The actor turned politician said this on Channels Television, speaking on the recent wave of defection from the opposition to the APC. Okonkwo said those leaving their parties were motivated by the belief that election results would be written in 2027. In other news, the Bayelsa State government and new associate a group loyal to the minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, have traded accusations over gunshots that disrupted a rally organized by the group to push for the re-election of President Bola Tinubu. The rally, which took place on Saturday in Yenagoa, occurred despite a previous warning from the state government against such an event. Governor Doediri had said the state would not permit the rally, given the ongoing political crisis in neighboring Rivers State involving Wike and Governor Similai Fubara. Following the gunshot, Secretary of New Associate Ebilade Ekerefe accused the Bayelsa State government of orchestrating the attack while addressing supporters at the rally. Now, in response, the state government condemned the shooting and called for an investigation by the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Betoku. The government also urged the police to investigate the matter and bring the perpetrators to justice. Coming up next, petrol explosion kills 5 people in Onelga, River State. Stay with us.
Three years on the throne of a
Welcome back, and now the rest of the news. 5 persons made up of 4 women have died following an explosion in a residential area in Omoko, Obebe-Mandoni local government area of River State. The incident happened on Friday in one of the rooms in a residential area used for storing illegally refined petroleum product. The spokesperson for the River State Police Command, Grace Eringe-Koko, confirmed the incident and casualties to journalists. She said the investigation is ongoing. She explained that the blast occurred while a resident was using a cooking stove to make noodles. The police spokesperson said 3 of the women were burnt beyond recognition. And now an eyewitness report that the lifeless body of a young lady was found along the east-west road near Farm Road, Rumosi. According to the eyewitness, the lady was allegedly dropped off in the early hours of Sunday morning. He said the incident has caused growing concern among residents in the area, who are now calling on the authorities to urgently evacuate the body to prevent disruption of activities and to maintain public health and safety.
Reportedly dropped off on East West Road by just directly opposite Wazobia on the other side of the road that is leading to that farm road. From the information we gathered, she was dropped there this morning and eventually she's dead now. And we are calling on the authorities and to come and remove the corpse before it decays and begin to develop a extension order and all that, or become a threat or a nuisance to the society.
In other news, the President General of Unity Schools Old Student Association, USOSA, Mr. Michael Magaji, has identified sports as a tool for nation building and unity. Speaking at the 3rd edition of USOSA Sports Carnival held at the Yakubu Gowon Stadium, Elekahia, Port Harcourt, Magaji said the choice of River State as venue was born out of firm belief for a great country.
Sports remains not only a tool for nation building and bonding, but also a medium to promote unity, team spirit, and excellence. Through competition, we test our resilience and appreciate our diversity, its strengths and also its challenges. Ultimately, a healthy body with a healthy mind is key to national development and the overall progress of self and country. What we are witnessing in Port Harcourt today is an expression and affirmation of our belief in this country. USOSA continues to go around the country, mobilizing over 1 million members from its inception to date.
While assuring USOSA of the support of retired Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas's administration, the Secretary of the State Government, Professor Ibibia Warika, lauded the federal government colleges for maintaining its core mandate of social cohesion and excellence.
The whole idea of the Unity Schools has been essentially to be a bastion for integration and unity all across Nigeria, and that essentially has been achieved over the years. The federal government colleges provide that medium where Nigerians of all ethnic groups can come together and know each other and be friends for years, continuing even after graduation. You are here in Rivers State. I want to assure you that His Excellency, the sole administrator, is very much aware that you are here, and eventually we will also do what is needful.
Some participants at the USOSA Sports Carnival also spoke.
I went to Federal Government College, Maiduguri. I'm set of it 6. When the schools were created, it was for unity, bringing diversity together, bringing difference together, bringing all cultures together.
We are here in USOSA 2025 in Port Harcourt, and so far so good. We have gotten 6 golds, 5 silver and 2 bronze, and we just won match pass, so I'm super grateful to God.
You know, some of these people, we've not seen them in years, so now coming together, seeing them uniting ourselves again, rekindling the love we had for each other 35 years ago. It's an amazing feeling.
It's been fun. Different class, creed, class, everything joined together, the high, the lows, and it's been mind-blowing.
Our correspondent reports that the Sports Carnival was themed sports, a tool for national unity. Over 30 schools competed for gold and other prizes during the male and female football matches, sack races, tug of war, match pass, amongst others. We're going on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the news. Prosecutors have charged a 30-year-old Vancouver resident with murder for killing at least 11 people aged between 5 and 65 and injuring dozens. Police said the suspect rammed an SUV through a crowd at a Filipino community festival in the western Canadian city. The man, Kaiji Adam Low, was charged with 8 counts of second-degree murder by prosecutors in British Columbia, and police say further charges are anticipated. Now that's a wrap on the news this morning. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. The NLC has cancelled centralized May Day celebrations in Rivers and Edo State. The presidency says defectors to the APC are joining voluntarily and not under duress. A petrol explosion has killed 5 people in Onelga, River State. On the foreign scene, a suspect has been charged with murder for killing at least 11 people after ramming his car into a crowd in Vancouver. The news was edited by Martha Okiri. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Mwanyeli. Many thanks for listening.